Okay, so I'm making this video off the back of a video of me trying to record playing Pioneer slash Explorer on Arena and it not going well. And it not going well from a sense of we did actually win. We had a really good back and forth game with Visit Phoenix. We also took down another guy playing a funny brew. But then there were literally 4 matches of Rakdos Demons or Rakdos based X deck. And I've just got to say this because I'm not going to put up that video because I just become insanely negative about the boring, repetitive play pattern. But Wizards, something has to change in Pioneer. I know it's not your current focus with the whole standard and modern, and yeah, that modern thing you did earlier in the month was so good, wasn't it? What was it? Combo versus combo versus combo versus combo dot deck. Yeah, because you refuse to take action. I genuinely, Wizards, this is 2-point critique here. 1, action is needed in Pioneer, and 2, the schedule BNR is a joke. We need more pressing BNR announcements. Yes, they need to be scheduled BNR, I understand that, but you need to jump in and take action when it's required. Like, I literally will... I'm recording this on mid March, and I'm not going to probably play any more Pioneer now for the rest of March because I am done with it. Now, why do I say we need action in Pioneer? Well, look at this meta breakdown. Rakdos mid-range is currently 22% of the meta, followed by Gruul aggro, which is 20% of the meta, because these two are the strongest decks in the format, and there should always be the strongest. There will always be a strong deck. The problem is, these two decks just feed off each other. If you want Flash, you play Gruul. If you want Rakdos, you play Rakdos. And here's the biggest issue, right? Rakdos mid-range has dodged ban and ban because what happens is Rakdos mid-range gets a new toy like Rakdos Vampires. They ban the Rakdos Vampires element. Here's the deal. They just replace that with the Room now and the Demons, so it's Rakdos Demons. When you have a shell that is so well constructed, you just can't keep snipping off the top, because whatever the next thing will go in, it's never the thing. It's never removing the top is not going to solve the issue. You need to hit at the base. You need to lower it down so it slows down. Because I can honestly see at the end of the month you'll just ban the Room, and then we'll just go back to Rakdos midrange still just being one of the strongest decks because no word of a lie, Fortsies into removal spell, into Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, into Shieldred is the greatest play you can make in Pioneer. And, you know, with the Rakdos Demons deck, you can even go Fortsies into Blade of the Oni, into the Room, into Shieldred. It's nearly insurmountable play pattern of 1 to 4. And the problem is, all of those 4 best plays are in a black-based deck. So we'll come back to that later. The other issue, obviously, revolves around the fact that it's the issue we have is that, obviously, with it being on Arena, people are only investing in making one deck, so they're just going to make the best deck in the format. So I think Arena's terrible economy naturally breeds a terrible meta balance. Like, we see people complain that they, like, literally, I just said 4 of my 6 games were Rakdos Demons because everyone's crafting the one deck they can afford, so they're going to craft the best deck in the meta, the one that always seems to dodge formats, bans. Now, going along the rest of it, like I say, if you just look at this meta, you notice that we suddenly drop off. We get past Is It Phoenix, which is an established deck that people have probably built over time, holding at 7. Then we drop below 5%, like 3% and lower. Like 7% of a meta is a healthy share, I think. Like, the top decks should never be 20%. It's really disheartening to see this. And honestly, it's pretty terrible. Now, what I wanted to discuss is, if you look at the banned and restricted of Pioneer, and you go down this list, you'll notice something interesting. That 2 here, banned because of a combo. Feldar Guardian, banned because of combo. Geological Appraiser, Inverter of Truth, banned because of combo. Then we have Kephis, banned because of combo. Nexus of Fate, banned because of combo. Sorin, banned because he was a combo piece. Undercity Informer, banned because of combo. Underworld Breach, banned for combo. Walking Ballista banned for combo. We know to join the forces banned for combo. Wilderness Reclamation banned for combo. We have basically nerfed even bad combo decks out of this meta to the point where it's pretty laughable. Where we're not... And this is a problem I have in several formats with Wizards design philosophy. The reason why, and I say this with all seriousness, is why we need combo back in this meta. The justification for turn 1 hand disruption is you need a way to stop a deck from doing the degenerate combo or the thing it does immediately. And that's how black's supposed to interact with them because they don't have the counterspells of blue. The problem I have with that now is we've destroyed combo out of the meta. So since there's no reason to have that, all you're doing with these mid-range decks is essentially saying disrupt the fair deck or the aggro deck or the creature-based deck the best you can and you'll come out on top. Now, am I saying that we need to release every combo into the wild? Hell no. Amalia was too strong. Inverter was too strong, but Inverter was too strong because it was a black-based deck with Fortseas and Counterspell backup. Now, I think that I genuinely think we could bring back the Saheeli Cat deck. Now, I don't think it would... I think it'd be like Twin in Modern. I'd like to experiment with it. I don't think it would be a good idea. Maybe it'd be a good idea, I don't know. But also, I want to discuss banning here. You'll notice on this ban list we have Gigantha and Lurrus. Now, these cards were banned because Wizards say they're currently not a problem, but because Modern trended towards them being huge problems, eventually they become problems of Pioneer, so they have to be banned. Now, Yorion was banned in Modern, the final companion, still legal in Pioneer, but was banned because they said that the act of shuffling 80 cards was too much of dexterity. Very, very laughable considering you push the 99 Singleton format as your primary format that everyone should play, even new little baby kids with tiny little hands, but that's neither here nor there. My biggest problem with it is Yorion got banned for that reason. Obviously it was because Modern Horizons 2 was too strong and they didn't want to ban any of the elementals, blah blah blah. But we are in limbo now because all I'm saying is I don't want to play an 80 card Yorion deck knowing that eventually it'll just get banned because eventually we'll hit a critical mass of good cards that means we can't use it. So that's my hidden gripes in Pioneer. So just to summarize here, because we're going to be close to the Pioneer ban list, I think something in Rakdos mid-range has to go. Or Rakdos Demons. I think, and it might sound crazy to me, but I think we could hit Fortseas. I think that's the best thing you could hit out of the deck. We're at a point now where the meme joke that I've heard so many podcasters make is that we need to ban Blood Crypt, and people are actually taking that joke semi-seriously. Like, we need to hit the base of this deck, and I do think that it needs to happen in the form of hitting the Fortseas. It's one of the most played cards in the format. It's probably the best turn 1 spell, but there are alternatives. There are spells which target smaller mana base. There's the Duresses. So yeah, I think that there is play to be had, and I think that we need to hit. I think the best scenario would be that Rakdos gets hit with that, and probably, if I'm being truthful here, they probably have to... Ooh, I don't know. See, if they hit the main core of the black deck, then Izzet and Gruul get way stronger. So I would have to say that something would probably be taken from them, but we'd have to see. But yes, I think that we might have to just... We need to make a substantial change to the Rakdos spell. And I know a lot of people say Fable of the Mirror Breaker. That is true and 100% agreed. That it is very strong for the meta. But the problem is, it's not even the fact that there's Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It's literally the fact that the black-based core of the deck is too strong. And I think, like I said, that perfect play pattern of Fortseas into Demon, into the Room, into Shieldred is just too strong. We need to hit that somewhere. And if we have to hit that with taking away their turn 1 play, Like, they still have a busted start. Demon, duress into a demon, into a house, into the Shieldred is still busted, but fairer, because at least it won't be 100% hit every time. Because there'll be instances where they'll hit creature decks and be like, well, we can't take any of their creatures now, and they're just going to run away with hitting it. But yeah, that's my argument, Wizards. You need to take action in Pioneer. You need to either remove Thoughtseize from the equation, or you need to free up a combo deck that can prey on the mid-range hell. So, fingers crossed, Wizards. I don't know if I'm going to ever make more content about Pioneer. I might just make Alchemy and digital exclusive content because I'm struggling to play it. So please, Wizards, do better.